on my server then. Don't you want to be a mod?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. I mean, I'd like to one day be mod, like, just to be staff.
So you're actually interested in being mod then?
Yeah.
So if I made you mod, would you like take it? You take the job seriously?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd be down to talk about that with you if you want.
Okay.
Okay. And that's all I'm saying. It's like, see, that level of professionalism is perfect. So we can do a real, like, no jokes mod interview later if you want, if you're down for something like that.
You want to do it now?
Would you be down to do like a serious mod interview now?
Yeah, actually. Okay.
Okay. No, that's perfect. I'm actually down with that. That'll work.
Listen.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Let me grab the interview questions super quick. Okay.
Yeah.
Microphone.
1 year later.
What's happening
You're
right
right. You're right.
What?
Microphone
What's happening?
activated.
Nothing.
No, you just said he's going to ignore what's
Microphone.
happening.
Yeah,
right
he
now. What
knows
do you mean?
I'm
No,
live.
I said
don't,
I'm going
unless
to
he
know.
just has memory
okay.
loss. Applying for stuff. Me too.
No, we're doing a serious one. You
Microphone
understand that, right?
activated.
Yeah.
This is a no jokes, serious, 100%, like no memes.
Microphone
I'm gonna be
okay?
100%
It's an interview
serious.
for
just
staff
to confuse them. What do you
on
guys
the
say?
server.
I'm gonna be
Okay?
super serious. Like
And
how
not
it-
on any Minecraft
Microphone
server.
Yeah.
activated.
On my
On
GMC,
your
the
Minecraft
number
server.
one Minecraft server.
After invaded it. And after iPixel.
Okay.
Anyway, let's
All right.
continue.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Go on.
All right, perfect. Okay.
Okay.
All right, question number one. Okay.
I'm ready.
What would you say is your number one qualification that makes you suited to be a moderator on our server?
Well, I've dealt with every experience almost that there is to be dealt with. I have owned my server for multiple years now, and I really feel like I could benefit a lot for the server and just save you a bunch of time for whatever task you need, because I really have kind of dealt through it all. I've been through all the updates. I've seen how players are. I've seen how to deal with the staff team, interviews, pretty much you name it, and I've probably dealt with it. So,
Okay. So if you did become mod on our server, what would you say would be the thing that you would be most experienced with, or that you would be able to help our server out with the most?
that's the thing, though. I wouldn't say there's one specific quality that I could benefit you guys with. It'd be an all-around sort of thing, really, because I've just dealt with everything that there is to be dealt with, honestly. So
Okay.
I'd be lying if I said that there's one thing that I'd be best at.
Okay. Do you have any experience
Microphone
with, like,
muted.
hosting
Spoofing?
events? Because on our server, we do
Microphone
Hey,
a
your
lot
mic
of
cut off. Could you
community
repeat
events and hosting.
that? Your mic cut off. Could you repeat
What?
that?
It did. Sorry. So we do on our server, we do a lot of community events and hosting. Would you be comfortable with hosting like events for the community, things like that?
Oh, for sure, 100%. That's actually what I love to do on my free time, because it's super fun interacting with the players, and they feel like, there's actually people who are dedicated to the server, and, it intrigues them more to come back, and that's sort of what I feel that the server would gain from, because if the players are happy, then I feel like everyone's happy.
Okay. What
Microphone
would you
muted.
say is the hack that you are most experienced in catching?
Microphone activated. Microphone
X-ray,
muted.
X-ray.
Microphone activated.
Hey, your mic cut off again.
Hello?
Could you
Hold
say
on.
that?
Let me unplug it and plug it back in. 1 second.
Okay.
I think something's going on. Test.
Yeah, you're good.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So what would you say is the hack that you're the most experienced in catching someone with?
Oh, definitely combat-related hacks, just because I've dealt with it for so long now. I feel like hacks like Fly, X-Ray are very easy and simple to catch, and you don't need much training in that sense. Whereas for, new mods, you really have to teach them about people using Aura and stuff like that, because they're nowadays in 2019, the hacking, the clients and all of that, the knowledge for it has completely changed compared to like 5 years ago. So there's just clients out there that do crazy things. So you definitely need a good anti-cheat that provide efficient alerts and watching people who are in combat is definitely my best skill there.
Okay.
Microphone
So
muted.
we talked about the things that you're good at. What would you say some of the challenges with moderating are, and
Microphone
how would you try
activated.
to overcome those challenges?
I'm sorry, just your mic, dude.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Are you trolling or are you
No.
serious?
No,
I've
it's
answered
actually
every
cutting off.
question
What?
seriously.
Is it just cutting
Like
out
maybe
randomly?
checked it.
Just could
Yeah.
you repeat it?
Yeah. Okay. What would you say? Ah! Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. What would you say? We've talked about some of the things you're good at with moderating, or talked about some of the things. But what would you say are the biggest challenges with moderating, and how would you overcome them?
So drama in the community is a big aspect to having a Minecraft server and basically staffing it. And if the players are fighting and, you know, there's groups in the chat that are going against each other and it just all sort of goes bad, then that can be something very hard to deal with. That's one thing
Okay.
I've noticed while having a server. So I feel like if you're able to properly manage the chat room and have everyone happy and, you know, keep drama to a minimum, then it really it shows that the server is capable of being professional.
Microphone
Was that
muted.
good? That is the.
Okay.
I tried
What
to
would
sound
you
as
say-
smart as possible.
Is
Microphone
you ca-
activated.
did you mean to mute your mic?
No.
Hello?
You,
Okay.
what's up?
Were you done?
Yes.
Okay. What would you say is, and you give me an example of
Okay.
where you mentioned server drama. Can you give me an example of where you had to deal with server drama, since you do have a server, and how you overcame it?
Yeah, for sure. So we do updates all the time, and if we make a controversial update where, you know, let's say half the players didn't like it and the other half did enjoy it, then it can be really hard as to what to do from there because, you know, if half the players are enjoying it, you don't want to upset them, but for the other half, you don't know if you should revert the changes because if you do so, again, the other side of players would totally be on the flip side of things. So
So if there are players
Microphone
that are
muted.
So
not happy
smart!
with, say,
Microphone
an update that's been
activated.
released, how
Right.
would you handle those players who were expressing their discontent?
Mic-
Dude, I
Microphone
want to give a
muted.
troll answer so bad.
Microphone activated.
Sorry,
Skeppy.
what?
Did you hear me?
Microphone
Shut down
muted.
the server.
Skeppy.
Microphone
Yes.
activated.
Okay. So if you had players who, wait, did you hear the question?
No.
Okay. So if you had players, you mentioned updates. If you had players who were upset with an update,
Microphone
Quick, someone help in
muted.
the chat, quick.
to
Microphone
deal with those
activated.
players, if they were expressing their discontent on the server.
You would really have to do your best to try and control the situation because, you know, the chat can get quite hectic sometimes. So if people start going overboard and they start, you know, threatening people and saying, oh, I'm going to do this to the server, I'm going to do this to players, you have to take action and moderate the chat room and make sure that these people, you know, they're taking action over. So you have to mute them or something because people can go to crazy extents just over a Minecraft server. At the end of the day, they don't realize, like, it's not that deep of an issue. So those type of people you have to watch out for, and you really just have to do everything you can to make everyone happy.
Okay.
Microphone
You guys
muted.
suck.
What would you
You guys suck
do
at helping.
with a
I really
player
didn't know what to say for that
who-
one.
Let's say you
Microphone
had a player who
activated.
was upset with a recent update. They were expressing their discontent and
Mhm.
using language that's not appropriate for the server. How would you handle that player?
You would definitely have to give them a warning, tell them that they're being a bit out of line here, and, you know, if they come to a consensus and they agree with you, then great, they've learned. But if you warn them and they still don't learn, you have to take some action.
Microphone
Quick, big
muted.
words.
Okay.
Give me the biggest words you can think of.
what
I'm
would
going to
you
use every big
say
word I see in the chat.
Is
Go,
the most
go,
difficult
go,
hack
go.
to deal with?
Microphone
Considering we
activated.
deal with hackers a lot on servers, what is the most challenging one that you've come across with that's the most difficult to detect and deal with?
Yeah, for sure. So some hacks that are extremely difficult to deal with, there are actually clients that when you join the server, they can type certain commands to lag the server out, sorry. And, you know, basically if you don't figure out who's doing that, the whole server starts to lag, and if there's no patch in, so hacks like that with clients that have newer features where there's glitches and bugs to deal with, it can be difficult to deal with. So mitosis wise, it's just,
Wait, what?
What?
What did you say?
Server like wise, it can be hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Microphone
Wait, did you say
muted.
mitosis?
Microphone activated.
What do you mean?
Okay.
That's like
I
a
thought
science.
I thought you said mitosis.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Microphone muted.
Hold on, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so but yeah, no,
Microphone
those are
activated.
definitely challenging hacks to deal with. Hold on, I lost my train of thought. Give me a second. Okay, let's say you had a hacker who was X-raying on the server, but you could never quite get enough proof to ban them, but you were fairly confident they were, and you were talking to them in voice chat. How would you go about trying to get the hacker to confess that they were hacking, or should you even make that attempt in the first place?
If you don't mind me asking, just for more context, so I can give you the best answer possible, in what way would I be in a voice chat with them? Like, is it just because I wanted to talk to them, or is it just
You
'cause-
happen to drag them in just to, maybe you are planning on trying to get them to admit. Maybe you have circumstantial evidence that you're going to try and present to them in such a way where they'll think that you have more evidence, but maybe you're just doing an investigation
Okay,
to
well-
see if they'll confess randomly.
me personally, I wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
If I can change this answer, I wouldn't get them in a voice chat, just because I believe that they might think, oh, that's a bit sketch. An admin / mod, I'm talking to them. I'm not going to do any more hacking. I'm going to turn this off forever, right? Whereas if you're just watching them normally, you might be able to gather a bit more evidence or proof. So what I would do is, whilst they're mining, drop a few ores here and there and see if they go for it. If they hit it, then it gives me some pretty good proof of it. So yeah, Pineconium wise, that's just what I would do.
Microphone
Wait,
muted.
what wise? What wise? Skeppy, what? What'd you say?
Microphone
I think it said
activated.
like pretty much wise or something.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So what would you do? So in that situation, let's say you had a hacker who's now, you spoke to them, they've confessed that they're using hacks, and they promise never to use them again on your server. How would you handle that situation?
I actually like to give players a second chance, just because I feel like a lot of the time they do change up their act and they won't hack again. So if they've really promised they won't hack again, and if they were banned for something, that wasn't awful, like, being super toxic or DDoSing or something like that, I would give them a second chance.
Okay. So let's say you have a player who has discovered a hack that enables them to dupe items. And they've been doing this for a long time on your server, so it's too late to do like a rollback or something like that. And the player has promised they won't dupe them anymore or whatever, but it is pretty much too late. That server's economy is now ruined. How would you handle that player? What type of punishment
So
would
if
something like
if
that
they dupe
deserve?
items, then I would definitely, if they were doing it in a way where they were helping by telling us the glitch, I'd go ahead and thank them, because they aren't trying to intentionally ruin the economy.
But they're
But
in
if
this
they are
situation, they're
intentionally
not.
ruining the economy on purpose, and they're like, hey guys, look at me, look at this, everyone do this, I would not give them a second chance. But if they kept it to themselves, they reported it, I would give them a second chance for sure.
Okay.
If they did dupe items, because doing items, it's unacceptable if they're trying to ruin the economy. So
Okay. No, that's a good answer. Let me see. Let me go through my questions here really quick. See if I have a good one. Do.
Microphone
What would you
muted.
say your greatest weakness is
Microphone
when it comes to
activated.
moderating a Minecraft server?
my greatest weakness would definitely have to be getting more staff, because for me, I'm the type of person where I feel someone has to be perfect. They have to be an amazing fit to take this position, and I wouldn't want to get someone where I feel like they wouldn't do a type of quality of work. So for me, picking new staff, just purely because I feel like you're never going to find that right person, and they sort of evolve to be a better staff member as you go. So for me, that would be it.
Okay. What would you say your greatest strength is?
I believe you asked me this.
No, your greatest strength in general.
Weights.
Microphone
Wait,
muted.
what? No, your greatest, like, not physical strength. Your greatest, like, strength, like, as a person. Like, hardworking, things like that.
Microphone activated.
Oh, definitely activity.
Activity?
I can be very active on the server, as you know, I dropped out of kindergarten, so I have much time to spend on the server all day, and I really, you know, I have the knowledge, I have the skills, I have the activity
hold
wise.
on. This is a serious question because we're having a serious interview. Did you actually drop out of kindergarten?
Kindergarten.
Is it called kindergarten?
Microphone
Don't
muted.
risk it. Fine.
Microphone activated.
Is
Yeah,
it kindergarten or kindergarten?
Kindergarten, I did drop out of, but I finished by taking all the classes and getting all the credits necessary.
You actually did?
Yes, but I got all the credits necessary afterwards.
Okay. Okay. Let's say that as a moderator, another mod, somebody who is one step below you, you have caught
Microphone
them
muted.
The
hacking on
one
the
dude
server.
in chat.
And they have
Yeah,
begged
it's
you
not an
to
actual
tell,
thing. He's
and
not
admin
actually
above
gonna give
them,
me staff.
otherwise
After
they
what
would get
happens,
demoted.
he's not gonna get.
And you believe
yeah.
this to be
Microphone
true.
activated.
How would you handle
Could you
this
repeat that?
situation?
Your mic.
Yes.
Sorry.
Let's say you had a mod who was one step below you who had been hacking. Okay? You caught them hacking and they begged you not to tell the admins because if you do, they will get demoted. How would you handle this situation?
I would, you know, find out if it was a big deal or not, and if it was something very big, I would have no choice but to tell them. But if it was something where, you know, they're not actually hurting someone and it wasn't intentional and it wasn't a big deal and it's not hurting anyone, you know, there's no real reason why I should snitch.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, I feel like if they did something like accidentally dropping a sword or something like that.
No, hacking.
Oh, hacking. Your mic caught
Yeah.
up.
Oh, sorry. Hacking.
Oh, hacking. Yeah,
on
there's
the
no
server.
there's no exception.
So if they were hacking, you would report them unequivocally.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. So let's say that the staff team of the server, the admins of the server, have just come out with a new update or decision.
Microphone
How many
muted.
questions is in this stupid interview? I'm tired of being serious.
But you personally
Okay.
happen to
Okay,
disagree
I didn't even listen to this
with
question.
the
Can someone
direction that
please
the
in
server
chat
was
tell me?
being taken.
I literally did not listen.
How would
I-
you handle
I did not listen
that
to anything.
situation?
Microphone
How would
activated.
you deal with your feelings of disagreement with the server?
I would just have to be honest with them, tell them how I feel, but I wouldn't publicly come out and make it a big deal. I would tell them how I felt, and if they still thought I was wrong otherwise and everyone was disagreeing with me, I would come to my consensus and agree with them that, okay, this is something that everyone wants, let's do it. But if more people start to agree with me that the change was not something in everyone's favor, then, you know, we could definitely have a debate about it.
Okay.
Microphone
Let's
muted.
say
Consensus!
You've reached that situation, you've reached out to
Microphone
the people,
activated.
and you now have a good feeling that, let's say, half of the staff on the server, or more than half, also feel the way you do, but the owner or the admin still are not willing to change the direction, and they've said, no, this is our final say on this particular issue. How would you handle the situation then?
We'd have to see how the server performs after that, and only time could tell if it was the right decision. I can't change the owner's mind. I can only tell them how I feel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So-
Okay. No, that's a good answer.
Microphone
Yeah!
muted.
I'm smart. That was a good
Any
answer.
other
I'm
questions I should
actually a
ask?
genius. I'm gonna get staff.
Mm,
Please.
Okay, so there's at the end of every interview, we'd like to ask
Kind
a random
communism.
question,
Microphone
just sort of
activated.
to gauge the person's mindset. So this question
Microphone
isn't,
muted.
you know, a performance
I'm
question. It's just sort of
streaming.
a see how you think kind of thing.
Microphone
Um,
activated.
So just kind of look at it. Think of it as a fun question, okay? So the answer here doesn't really matter, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The question is, why do tennis balls have fuzz on them? Why do you think?
The dude who like the tennis balls used to chew on them like a dog, and he found it very fun.
Seriously?
You said it wouldn't matter.
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter, but you can still give like a serious answer to it.
That was serious.
That's a serious answer that he would chew on them?
Yes.
Do you actually no, give me an answer like if you actually thought that, then go ahead and give that your answer.
What
Microphone
But
about
you
muted.
don't
questions?
actually
I feel
think
bad
that,
for
don't
every
give that
mod
as
on a
your
server.
answer.
What type of
Microphone
me?
so
activated.
you want me to answer in a way where it's like not my actual opinion
No,
answer,
if you
but my smartest
actually-
answer I could answer.
If you actually think that that's why tennis balls have fuzz on them, make that your answer. If you don't think that's why tennis balls have fuzz on them, you know what? Never mind.
I
Don't worry
think
about this
tennis
question.
balls have fuzz on them due to when you actually play tennis, it has better grip on it, and it's the best material possible used for the sport.
That's a good answer.
Microphone muted.
answer.
Yeah, I
Might
think
be
it's
right.
like to get a better grip on the ball and give a better speed.
Question is this?
But is that
Microphone
the actual
activated.
answer? I guess we'll never know. I don't know. That's the same question.
I
to,
just
like,
looked on Google.
a dozen people. No. I don't want the Google answer. Don't tell me the Google answer. But no, I think that concludes.
So
Microphone
they
muted.
can go
I
bouncy,
can't think of any more
bouncy.
questions.
What do you
I
guys
think
think?
you did a pretty good job answering these ones.
Do you guys think
so
I
good
got
work.
staff?
Microphone
you.
activated.
I'm gonna go and communicate with the rest of the staff. If we feel like you did satisfactory here, we'll reach out to you for a secondary interview. At which point we'll actually begin your trial. Okay,
Okay.
if you pass that one.
Okay.
Okay,
Sounds good.
awesome. Thank you.
Okay, no worries.
All right, see, you did perfect. That was really good.
That was good though. The whole chat thinks I'm smart now.
No, you are smart, Skeppy. You did great.
Thank you.
I think you handled that perfectly. You're a very
That's-
smart muffin.
That's how I intended for the first interview to go, but you wouldn't stop.
Wait a
trolling.
second.
I was
Wait.
Are you being serious here or are you joking? Did you actually say I was the one who was trolling? Did you not? Were you not even there for the first interview? It was you who was trolling. I was the only one being serious in that interview. Okay? This time you weren't trolling, but last time or the first time you were. You trolled like a bunch. Don't just say you
Okay.
were. Okay, I'm just saying you're saying I'm the one who's trolling. Do you actually think that I was trolling?
The first
Are you
one?
kidding? Yeah.
Yeah, for
the
sure,
first one.
100%.
What? Why do you think that? What? Why would I? have
Am I
an
actually gonna
interview?
get staff or no?
Yeah, if you pass the interview.
Did
but
I
why
pass?
Do you did good. I think you passed enough for a secondary interview.
Yeah.
But you actually, our very first interview, you think I was trolling, or are you talking about the interview that just happened?
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
both,
what?
both.
Both? You think I was just trolling?
Yes.
Why would I be just trolling? I said we were going to have a serious interview. Are you kidding me?
Honestly,